Forrest Frank breaks his back and proceeds to come over here and drop a song about how God has his back. We can allow things in life to be traumatizing. We can look at it for what it is, a lesson, and be built up. Shout out Forrest Frank. Let's get into it. Alright, y'all, it's your boy Unlimited B, man, and we are back today with another reaction and review video. And today we are here with God's Got My Back by Forrest Frank. I think it is honestly insane. First off, that Forrest Frank was able to do this song lying in the bed with a broken back. If I literally dealt with a strained back, I strained my back during spring ball of football this year, and when I tell y'all, it was the most agonizing thing I've ever had. Like, it was just annoying. It was just so annoying. I've dislocated my kneecap before, but in terms of just the annoying feeling of dealing with pain like that, I mean, it was so annoying. I couldn't imagine breaking my back and laying in the bed, because I know that is so much worse. But I think this is just inspiring, y'all. Just so inspiring, because I think what he's coming forward and doing is teaching us a verse that I just read from Paul the other day. Rejoice in all things, pray constantly, and give thanks in everything. And that has been in my mind, because I think often we rejoice sometimes. We pray when I feel like it. You know what I'm saying? And we give thanks, or we give thanks when there's something to be thankful for. You know, the problem is that we don't realize that there's always something to be thankful for. Sometimes us as people, we only think things are time to be thankful for when life is going the way that we want. But if we learn to be in God's will, we'll understand that it's always what it's supposed to be if we're in his will. If you are new here to the channel, we do not only reactions, but we review these songs, and we review them on a 5-point scale. As a Christian channel, our goal and aspiration is to do justice to the Christian music, you know what I'm saying, and highlight songs not just for sounding good, but for having great substance. And so with that, in order to get the overall review rating, what we do is we have 3 categories that help us to get it. Category 1 being biblical accuracy, Category 2 being worship, and Category 3, the one that everybody loves to do, playlist worthy. Is it a song that you like, one that you bump down the highway? You know what I'm saying? That is Category 3, and after getting all those categories, we add them up and divide them by 3, which gives us the overall rating of the song. Today, God's Got My Back by Forrest Frank. Let's go ahead and get into it.
God's got my back, even when I fall or get attacked. God's got my back, even when I'm low and full of lack. God's got my back, even when my soul is full of sorrow. I don't have to worry about tomorrow. Why is that? 'Cause God's got my back right there, never left. I can feel your presence in every single breath. Sometimes we just gotta take a rest. Flowers like to bloom in the season that is best. Oh, your way is better, you make no mistakes. Even when my life is on roller skates, I won't fear no past my path, I'll just keep moving straight. 'Cause God's got my back, even when I fall or get attacked. God's got my back, even when I'm low and full of lack. God's got my back, my soul is full of sorrow. I don't have to worry about tomorrow. Why is that? 'Cause God's got my life in.
Real quick, I'd like to pause it right here. I honestly should have paused it earlier, but I was resting in that song. That's one thing that's so different about Forrest Frank is doing a great job at modern music in terms of making music sound more upbeat, hype. You know what I'm saying? And it really I think it really grabs like people our age's attention, which is why we see such an influx now. Shout out again to Forrest Frank. I believe him and Brandon Lake have both been topping at the top 100 of the charts, which is the first time, you know what I'm saying, in a long time that we've had Christian artists. I think it's actually the first time in history. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them. And a big part of that, though, is what I'm talking about. The ability to hop into the modern scene of sound, but keeping the content Christ. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to remember that, you know, the goal is to glorify God, and in the process make good music. It's like how in YouTube the goal is to glorify Christ, but to make good content. That's why we're here today. You know what I'm saying? But the purpose at the end of the day is not just to make a good song, or not just to make good YouTube video, but to glorify Christ. But with that, what I want to say is that he has done a really good job so far at really talking about something I think that has really been on my heart lately, in the aspect of what we're just talking about, giving thanks always, but also in the aspect of being faithful. Matthew 6:34 tells us, that we don't have to worry about, don't be anxious about tomorrow, because the Lord will take care of your tomorrow also. Live one day at a time. And that verse really has been something I've been thinking about often, because it's the understanding the fact that, put it in God's hand. Don't stress, don't worry, because when it's God's way, you know what I'm saying? Like his song, Your Way's Better. When it's God's way, his way is better. We won't have to fear. We won't have to worry. We'll just be able to trust in him. There's so much peace, the ability to lay down, to lie down, to have peace in every single breath when we know that God's got our back at every single point. You know what I'm saying? And we just trust God's way and know it's better. You know what I'm saying? Even in the midst of sorrow, man, this man really just broke his back. He's laying in the bed singing this song. You know what I'm saying? And to us today, you know what I'm saying? We may not break our back, but in life, we're going to be tested and we're going to be tried and we're going to be broken. But remember, at each and every single point, Christ died and he was broken for us. And so we can have strength in the fact that he rose up again, and that we have not, man, today may not be the best. Tomorrow may not be the best. But if it's whatever it is, let it be, and be joyful in the fact that we still have Christ and we have eternity. Not just eternity, but we have eternity with him. Not just in him, but with him. And it's so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep going. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to shut up. I'm going to let it play through. Let's go.
Of his hands, favor on all my plans, a roof to keep away the rain, and blessings that outweigh the pain. Oh, your way is better, you make no mistakes. Even when my life is on roller skates, I won't fear no past my path, I'll just keep moving straight. Cause God's got my back. Even when I fall or get attacked, God's got my back. Even when I'm low and full of lack, God's got my back. Even when my soul is full of sorrow, I don't have to worry about tomorrow. Why is that? Because today is the day that the Lord has made.
Psalms 118:24. Glad in it.
Today is the day that the Lord has made. Even with all of the bad in it, today is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. I will rejoice and be glad in it.
Okay, all right, Forrest, hold up now. Be careful. Your back hurt, brother. You just broke your back. You can't be, he's straining. I heard that. You heard that. You heard the emphasis he put on that. I know his back had a little ache right there. Woo-wee! Man, but hey, he probably ain't feel none of that. Why? Because God got his back. Goodness.
Cause God's got my back.
Wow. I ain't gonna lie. We need to react to this song, to be honest. I haven't listened to it yet. But God's got my back. Forrest, not gonna lie, brother. In that ending right there, what a vocal. Can we just give a shout out, number one, to the vocal performance that he's giving. Not only laying down hurt, you know what I'm saying, but in general, Forrest, his vocals have really grown over the last couple of years. Of listening to him, his vocal performance is really it's just popping out. It's getting better over and over again. You know what I'm saying? What a fantastic artist. But shout out Forrest with God's Got My Back. I love that. But with that, we've done the reacting and it's time for the review. Shout out Forrest Frank going into category 1, biblical accuracy. You did a fantastic job. I actually think this is your best category. 4.2 out of 5, brother. I think that you would do a great job. I think y'all remember I brought up a couple verses that I was thinking about throughout. He quite literally in the end there quoted Psalms 118:24. This is the day which the Lord hath made, I will rejoice and be glad in it. He really had me thinking about Matthew 6:34 all the way through. And again, going back to the last thing I was thinking about, I think it's 1 Thessalonians, the verse that I was speaking about earlier. And he does a great job at really just bringing up biblical principles, values, and things that us Christians need to live in and live by. You know what I'm saying? God has not let these things be understood to us for no reason. These are just things that are. These are the truth. And this is, who he is and who he is to us. And God has our back. So great job right there. Worship. 4 out of 5. This is a song that relates to us, but more speaks to who God is. And I love that, because I think often we can talk about, you know, who God is to us, but I think the point in speaking about who God is to us is to speak about just who God is. You know what I'm saying? Because who God is to us highlights who he is to us. You know what I'm saying? So shout out. Shout out. Love that. And finally, last but not least, the category that I think is really going to matter going forward, playlist worthy. I don't know if you all saw there, but I just went ahead and liked the song. I'm going to put it on my playlist, my worship playlist later. That is a 4 out of 5. That song right there is one that genuinely I would love to listen to over and over again. Just if y'all noticed, the first minute I didn't say anything because I was enveloped in it. It took me to another place. And I think that it's so focused on Christ that Christ is just so in it. You know what I'm saying? And I love that. So I had to give that a 4 out of 5. And overall, that takes God Got My Back to a 4.1 out of 5. What an excellent job has Forrest done on this song. I'm glad that we finally have another song to react to. We already did Child of God. We reacted to that. And I think it's a great thing that we were able to listen to it again. I'm just actually looking now here at Child of God sold out here on his skateboard. That's really interesting. I like that design. That's a really nice skateboard. I hate that he hurt his back on it, but that's a really nice skateboard. But overall, Forrest, what a great job, brother. Praying for a quick and healthy recovery above and beyond all. Praying that you can get back to doing what you love, whether it be skateboarding, standing up, running around with your kids. I saw your child with you whenever you got hurt. It was so cute and lovely to see, you know, just them wanting you to be okay. And, you know, your strength to even sit up after that is insane, brother. But y'all, man, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And let us know, let me know specifically, you know, what other songs you might want us to react to and listen to. I'm so glad we have some more worship and singing songs going on right now. We've been listening to a whole bunch of rap lately. But I really want to get back into deep worship music, you know what I'm saying? Brandon Lake, please drop some more music. I know the album just dropped, but I could really use some, brother. But if y'all enjoyed the video, man, remember, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I pray you enjoy the vibe, man. Hey, no limit.
My God is loaded. I get that they way too bloated. Pricey page, you cannot afford it. I serve him now, I can't wait till I'm 40. Rich God